All right, Anthony on Air podcast back for another episode. Hunter Biden tape leaked. We have it. We'll play it. Video and audio. It's crazy. Don't complain that this isn't getting out everywhere if you do not share this episode, because that's on you.
Share it.
People go, oh, well, how come nobody's talking? We're talking about it. You have to share this episode right now. Now, this isn't the video, but it feels like this is the video that's going to lead to the videos, if that makes any sense.
I don't get it.
We'll clarify.
Okay.
We got some CDC Florida news. We've got Hard Mountain Dew. We've got Robin coming out. Christina Applegate, Jennifer Anniston David Schwimmer, Twitter and Marjorie Taylor Greene, new Jeopardy hosts, and Eminem's fiance, all on this episode. Let's get right to Hunter.
A lot to get to here.
Biden.
Oh, God. There it is.
Bam! For those of you that are watching. If you're listening, this is definitely an episode to watch. There's a screen cap, a little bit of what this video entails.
I don't know. I mean, hello, YouTube people. This might not be the greatest thing to put up, but who knows?
Don't watch this one at work.
No.
Not for an at work thing. Why don't you describe the visuals for everybody who's watching there, Frank?
There's let's see, a naked Hunter Biden and a naked woman prostitute on a messy bed. You put it this way: you can't see any of their faces.
Mm-hmm. Crack scene.
The important stuff's blurred out, but it's still not the greatest. It looks like a messed up, like a scene from Breaking Bad.
I was gonna say this looks like something Quentin Tarantino would film. This looks like something he would block.
I mean, I don't know what's going on in that room, but it's a mess, and there's not a stitch of clothes on these people.
All right, let me tell you what you're going to see in this video, because it's hard to hear anything, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. Hunter Biden claims Russian drug dealers stole another one of his laptops for blackmail when he was drugged out in a Vegas hotel room. This is 2018.
Right.
This video obtained, credit the Daily Mail, shows Hunter with a naked hooker. I'm sorry. He's saying they stole the laptop in a Vegas hotel room in 2018. This is him in a hotel room with a naked hooker in 2019. After they filmed a sex tape and explaining how he believed his laptop was stolen. Hunter left the camera rolling as he recounted a Las Vegas bender in which he spent 18 days going round from penthouse suite to penthouse suite. The incident would mean Hunter lost a total of 3 computers, each likely to hold sensitive information about he and current President Joe Biden. The laptops contain embarrassing pictures, videos, and communications of the president's son. They have videos of me doing this, he says, referring to the film sex he just finished. They have videos of me doing crazy effing sex, effing, he says in this video that you're going to hear. Hunter claims he also raised the possibility that he was targeted of a vulnerable conduit to Joe Biden as part of a foreign intelligence operation.
Wonderful. I mean, this was 2019, so this is 2 years before his dad becomes president.
Right, but this is 20. Right, but he knows his dad's running. Did his dad decide to run in 19 or 20?
It's a good question.
I forget.
Not
now.
100% sure.
But
the laptop was stolen in 2018. The one he's talking about.
Right.
Right.
So this is this guy likes to get all loaded up and lose a lot of laptops.
Yeah, and this was they acknowledge his drug use. Joe Biden, he said he's over it. This is obviously during his low points, Hunter's low points. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Well, not great.
Not great. It's not a great look. And nothing against prostitutes. Hey, do what you got to do. I guess it's a victimless crime. I guess. What the hell's going on?
I'll put you over there, Frank. So
I'm over there.
Get a nice view of the video here that I'm about to play and have the audio for. Link for the video, by the way, is in the description of this episode. If you want to just straight up watch the video yourself, you could do that. We're providing a link in the description of this episode. But really why this is so important is because like this is what drives me crazy about people. Like, oh, where's the thing? Where's the? It hasn't really gone out. There was some other stuff that kind of got out last year, a little bit, not a ton. This means more is going to come out. And for people that are like, oh, mainstream media doesn't report on this stuff, here it is.
Here
Like
you go.
when they get to it, like I said, nobody is going to sit on this story.
Yeah.
I mean, CNN and the MSNBCs might want to push it to the back, and they might get away with some of that. But when you have something as
no,
explosive as this,
it's
it's
blowing
getting
up.
out.
It's blowing up. It's
Yeah.
not going to be hidden. This is blowing up.
So anyway, and they kicked everybody out, okay?
Yeah.
And they had cleaned up the entire place, everything, okay? And they were getting ready to leave. And I woke up. It was this Russian, 35 years old. She was really nice with Karen at it. And she'd been there, I don't know how long, but she refused to leave. She refused to leave, and they wouldn't call in. And they didn't know whether I was dead or not.
So he's recounting like where basically he was like face down.
He was drugged out and
Right.
messed up.
Right. And nobody would call an ambulance for the guy.
It's amazing he remembers it.
Nice
being
friends.
That messed up, you know? He remembered.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, I guess whatever he could remember from it.
right. I'm sure somebody told him about it, or
Yeah.
he watched the video on his laptop.
Boom. Look how
Guy's
tiny
got-
I am here.
This guy's got a thing for a
kind of,
laptop.
it's kind of fun.
I feel like a giant.
Yeah, I feel like. Thanks.
Stupid.
Idiot.
All right, back to the video. Here you go. No, it started from the beginning.
I hate you and
No
your
skipping,
technology.
Frank.
And she'd been there, I don't know how long. But she refused to leave. That's what she refused to leave, and they wouldn't call in. And they didn't know whether I was dead or not at first.
I didn't, you couldn't just come over and check.
So they checked to see if I was breathing, and I finally showed signs of breath. At first, I wasn't breathing. I was face down for I don't know. Anyway, my computer had taken tons of like just left the, like that cam on. He would always put it in like a passcode and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? And it was like really crazy. And somebody stole them during that period of time. And he did like this kind of pretend search. I think he's the one that stole my computer. I think the three guys that were like a little like group. I deal with these two guys. Like I took them everywhere. I mean, I was supposed to be everywhere. Crazy out. And I think when I did that communications, somebody else sees something. She doesn't do it.
I mean, it's super hard to hear a lot of this. It's hard to.
Yeah, it's hard to decipher what he's saying, but they got the subtitles down there.
Yeah, so those who are watching, you could read it. But also, I noticed like he's got like a weird tattoo. Like it looks like scratches on his back or a tattoo.
I think that was the video. Because once he leaned forward there, it kind of disappeared.
That one moved around a little bit.
I think it was graininess and the shadow on his back or something. I noticed that too. It was like a three slash marks on his back. It looked like.
Yeah.
But then he leaned forward and it looked like it disappeared.
By the way, the reason why we play things like this is so we don't get pulled off. Like somebody else would claim this, and we'd get in trouble for
If we
it.
play it full screen on the
Right. So I play it this way. We kind of avoid that and get around that.
Is there a lot more of this video?
There's another minute and a half left.
Yep.
She walked out. Bathing suit.
It's good here, Frank.
You know.
What does the computer check?
What's on the computer?
They have videos of me doing this. They have videos of me doing crazy.
She asks what's on the computer. He goes, they got videos of me doing this. They got videos of me doing crazy fucking sex.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Let's hope it's within a
it's normal.
of age.
Crazy sex.
It's normal.
Is there such a thing as normal crazy sex? I think so. We'll see.
I mean,
We're probably gonna see.
one can hope. But I mean, how weird or desperate do you have to be talking to a hooker about things you did with, let's face it, other hookers?
Right. I mean, not that hookers probably aren't great listeners. They probably are, but you know, it's the kind of thing you talk about. To like, I don't know, a therapist or a really close friend.
Yeah.
Or your dad.
Well,
or some, you know.
Yee.
Hey, Dad, they stole my laptop. Shit.
Bad news, Dad.
Yeah. I mean, they knew this, though. Everybody knew that the laptop was gone, right?
Well, I mean, did they? I don't know. Like, do you think...
All you heard was Hunter Biden's laptop, Hunter Biden's laptop, Hunter Biden.
Oh,
for the
I mean,
last
at
year and a half.
Right, at a certain point. But I mean, when he decides to run, what is that? Does Joe go to everybody and go, okay, everybody? I think he does. I think when you run for president, you got to gather everybody around and go, okay, it's time to lay it all out.
What do we got? What are we going to... Well, yeah, you got to head stuff off at the pass because you don't want any surprises.
It's coming out.
Do you think that he knew about this?
It's going to come out anyway.
I feel like he did. And when he's asked about it, if he's asked about it, I guess he'd say, well, that's my son. He was at a bad point.
Oh, Joe, yeah, with Joe. But in the interview, remember he gave the interview to CBS Sunday Morning or whoever the hell he was talking to, and he's like, I don't remember.
Joe?
No, Hunter.
Oh, Hunter.
He was like, I don't remember what happened. And here he is recounting everything to the fucking hooker.
2-3 years ago.
All right,
well,
here's
probably
the rest of it.
probably still drugged out in this one.
Well, yeah, I mean, basically. She asked him how long ago this happened. He says the summer.
Oh, there you go. My dad's running for president.
You can read it.
Yeah. Trying to make $gazillion. The woman says they'd try to blackmail you. There's no more subtitles. Yeah, in some way, yeah. He sells them, but he sells them anonymously to TMZ.
Yeah, all right, let me clean that up a little bit. So he says I make $1 gazillion. So the girl goes, no, maybe the guy is trying to blackmail you. And he says, oh, yeah. He's like, because my dad's running for president. And then he goes, he sells them to TMZ. He goes, but maybe I could make a percentage. So do you make $1 gazillion? Because then you wouldn't need a percentage of your own sex tape. Or are you just desperate? You don't make $1 gazillion and you're like, oh, I can make some money off of this if he sells. Or are you just
that could be pompous
shit
prostitute talk.
Yeah. All right, there's only 15 more seconds left of it. So.
Yeah, because I'm tired of being this tiny on this screen.
Okay.
I'm finally over it.
Do you see what I have to deal with, people? The ego?
No, it's not that. If we, I'm very small on the screen.
Look at me. I gotta be bigger than anybody else on the screen.
No, equal size.
Mm-hmm.
In some way, yeah. But no, I've seen his face. Because he sells them. He sells them anonymously to TMZ. Maybe he sells them. So.
All right, we pay cash for videos.
Mm.
Okay, good for them.
Yeah, that's, by the way, you want to know how they got this?
That's how you get it.
We pay cash for videos. I wonder how much they paid for this one.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to know.
That's crazy. Yeah, all right. So he was with a prostitute a couple of years ago, which we all kind of, we knew he was all drugged out for a while. That's not a shock. The fact that there's a sex tape is a little bit of a shock. It's not a great look.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I mean.
No. And what else is it? And here's the thing: what does it lead to? What else is on there?
What else is on there is the big
on
question.
those laptops? Does it tie back to Joe Biden?
Who
Because,
exactly has it?
I mean, you take a look at it, right? Who's got it? You take a look at it, and you go, "This guy is now the foremost art authority. That he's selling pieces of art for $500,000.
Right.
Come on, give me a break."
I feel like now, I don't know, FBI, CIA, whoever, has to get Hunter and literally just tear through everything with him. Just go through his whole life and just be like, tell us everything, because we got to find this. We got to get through everything. I don't know what kind of stuff is on here for in terms of secrets, and I doubt you'd keep government stuff on the same laptop you'd keep your sex tape, but how do I know?
Yeah. All right.
Yet
so
again, yeah, who knows?
here, let's go through the whole thing here. This is one of 3 computers, as I said, abandoned. One at the Delaware computer store that they say, which again, we still haven't seen a lot of that stuff. Something came out a while ago, but I don't remember it being as damning as this. I think we talked about it. He introduced his dad to a Ukrainian business person, but that was it. That nothing really came of that, though.
Yeah, and I feel like with this, all right, he saw a prostitute, he was on drugs, and his laptop was stolen. That's what we got from this. We knew that he was on drugs. We knew his laptops were stolen.
Yeah, but where were they? It's like
What?
now the laptops. It's like now here they are. Like they're starting to.
No, where they disappeared from. Yeah, but we don't know where they are now. Then again, you would think that, like, does the news or whoever was given this tape, do they have an obligation out of national security to disclose their source, who gave them the tape?
That's a very dicey. It's a very dicey
You
area.
shouldn't have to give up your source, but when it comes to national security, how do you go?
Usually these things wind up going to court because the media will not give up a source.
Exactly, and they're not obligated to. But
the reason why is because you won't have sources if you
Right.
start giving up sources. And
Agreed.
as much as that sucks, it's like sometimes information that needs to get out to the masses doesn't get out without sources being protected.
Oh, of course, no, sources, huge. You gotta have sources. I get that.
And a source told me that, so
Oh, was it JSABs?
it was J Subs.
All right.
She knows a lot about avoiding international espionage and HR related nightmares.
Cameras.
Yeah. So this Russian drug dealer has the 3rd laptop.
If he knows who it is, if Hunter knows who it is, hey, authorities, go after this guy.
Well, I mean, you got to kind of call Hunter in for questioning at some point.
Yeah, I feel like you do.
I
feel like Hunter knows who has him. They can't just go get the guy.
Especially since he's moving artwork now for $500,000 a piece. And the White House's only solution was, well, he doesn't have to know who they are. Well, how about somebody knows? How about the FBI knows?
Somebody should know.
Yeah, tell the FBI. Let's tell the FBI.
Yeah.
This ain't sources. This is somebody buying artwork.
Right.
Buying artwork. Hunter's claims raise the possibility that he was targeted as a vulnerable conduit to Joe Biden as part of a foreign intelligence operation. His 2015 MacBook Pro became famous after he abandoned it at a Delaware computer store 2 years ago. DailyMail.com has obtained a copy of its hard drive, commissioned experts who verified its authenticity, and exposed evidence of shocking corruption and illegal activity in its contents. A second laptop belonging to the president's son was reportedly seized by federal agents when they raided the office of his friend, disgraced psychiatrist Keith Abloh, last year. 2 sources told NBC that the DEA found the device when executing a search warrant on Abloh's Massachusetts office after he was accused of professional misconduct and had his medical license suspended. Abloh has not been charged with a crime, and the laptop was returned to Hunter's lawyer. Hunter described how his 3rd laptop was stolen, as we just heard, with all the Russian drug dealers and everything else in that video.
This guy can't hold on to laptops.
Guy can't hold on to laptops. And now we know that this third one is out. And again, that's why I said this isn't the video, but this is the video before the video. Like
Right.
what is to come from this? And here's the real problem, because now that he's rolling out 500,000, like we don't know if he's taking that money from God knows who and giving it to these people to be quiet, to keep that shit under wraps. You can't have this being so closely associated with the leader of the free world. It's a very big problem.
Agreed. And I'd love to hear a response about this.
Yes.
Well, there's got to be some kind of response from
this is breaking news, Frank, because this literally surfaced about 2 hours before
we started.
An hour or so before we started. Is literally all just coming out now. And the only reason why I say that is because there's already a lid on the day for the White House press corps. So tomorrow is going to be the, hey, just see
Can you
your
imagine? Can you imagine the press secretary and Joe Biden and everybody else just going, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I just want to have one. I just want to go to bed.
We couldn't get to the friggin' week. Fucking Wednesday. Damn it.
Fucking Hunter, man. He's just.
This guy screwed the pooch.
Just stop it, man. Just stop. I mean, granted, this was years ago, but still, you gotta fess up to this stuff. Did they know about? Did he tell them this? Did he tell them the same story he just told the prostitute?
I tell you what, in the White House right now, they are having these conversations.
Yeah, someone just woke up. The president.
Somebody woke up Joe for sure.
I said, "Hey,
time to get up,
situation here.
Yeah, let's get into the old meeting room, pal.
Get your shoes on."
Yeah.
I think we're ordering some Chinese. It's gonna be a long night.
Put on them slippers and shuffle on down to the Oval, because we got a video presentation for you, Joe. And I don't know if you're gonna love it. Look at this look on his face right here. Look at that. Where is that laptop? When you turn around in bed. Where is that laptop?
Where is that thing? Good Lord. It's a lot of Dunkin' Donut cups.
That is a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Coke bottles back there. I don't even know what else.
That is a mess.
Wait. This is a mess right here.
What are you zooming in on?
There it is. Look at this guy.
Man.
You idiot. You idiot.
Good Lord.
Look at this guy. I don't want to be that guy, Frank, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. Because you're going to hear it in the comments. Never caught a Trump kid doing this.
No.
A lot of rumors, a lot of speculation.
True.
A lot of sniffles during public appearances. But
a lot of sniffles.
We never saw any of this.
Red noses, but other than that.
Never saw any
but
of this.
Everybody knew Hunter had a big drug problem. That's common knowledge.
Yeah, but there's a difference between knowing and then this.
Seeing it is a little jarring. But, you had the prostitute thing. Yeah, it's not great. The drug thing.
This could be bad for Joe.
You think?
This could be bad for Joe.
It's not Joe, just like anybody would say.
Right now, it's not.
Donald.
Right now, it's not. But if they can find out that he's, and I'm not saying he is, but let's be honest, the possibility is there. If they find out that he's funneling money through his artwork and whatever to pay off certain people, that is a huge problem, because then they got to ask, what do you know, and what are these people holding over the president of the United States? Now, there's nothing. I can't really say this with 100% confidence. I was gonna say there hasn't been a move by Joe Biden other than the we don't need to know who's buying the artwork move. There hasn't been a move with Joe Biden and Russia or any of those other nations or that would imply that he's being held hostage, if you will. Do you know what I'm saying? There's nothing that he's done to.
Yeah, he hasn't done Russia any favors.
He has not done Russia any favors, right?
Right.
That exactly that we know of.
Nothing publicly, sanction, all this stuff. But well, hopefully.
But now everything he does is going to be scrutinized.
Yeah, I feel like it would be anyway. But with this, I feel like the next move is somebody round up Hunter, bring him in here, and he's not leaving until we get to the bottom of this. Like if I were the head of national security or whatever the hell,
Yeah.
I'd be like, we're settling this. We're getting all the answers.
You
we're
have
getting,
to.
We're sending out troops. You know where these laptops are or who has them. We're going. This is.
You got to find the Russian guy. Is what you got to do.
Exactly.
That's what you got to do. You got to find the.
You
Russian
know who
guy.
this is. You know where he operates or whatever
Yeah.
the hell. Give us everything you got, and we'll start looking.
What are the odds that this is just a drugged out kid who made a mistake and's got a couple of laptops with stuff on it? I don't feel like good. I don't feel like those odds are good.
I mean, laptops get stolen all the time, but
No, but I feel like there's more bad things there.
yeah,
This could be bad. We could lose a governor and a president all in the same month, Frank.
that'd be bad.
That would be bad.
That would be bad. Hey, August 14th? It's coming up. This is getting scary.
Could you imagine if Michael Lindell was right this
if
whole
Mike-
time?
I can't even go there. If he's been right this whole time,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. My whole world would be shaking.
Oh, you will be fucked up. We can't have you on the show anymore. We'd have to give you the Chris Cuomo breather. We'd have to put you aside for a while.
I would be beside myself if the My Pillow guy called this thing.
We have to be like Frank's on vacation. He's taking a little mental break.
Yeah. No, I don't think anybody can handle it. You know, if the My Pillow guy is right,
I think his mother would be shocked, to be
the
honest.
guy
with
makes pillows.
you. Can I tell you something? I am so disappointed in Steve Bannon. So, because he went to the thing is happening now. The whatever the hell they're calling that. I don't know if he released the information yet. I don't know.
What thing is happening?
You know, the cyber symposium that he's doing. Wasn't it now? The last couple days?
No, I thought it was this weekend.
Or started tonight? I don't,
I
okay.
thought it was like tomorrow or Friday, and then it's the whole weekend. It's like
Well, they
4
were
days.
doing something because I saw clips of Bannon on stage with Lindell. And, you know, I never agreed with everything that Bannon said, but I always felt like he was a really intelligent guy who really got miscast by the media. I don't find him to be a racist. He could be. He might be a closeted racist, but a lot of what he said was really misconstrued. But forget all that stuff. Throw all that stuff away. His views on the economy and policies and basically how to return our economy back to a manufacturing economy was all very interesting and intelligent. And he was bringing it in ways that not a lot of people were talking about. So I always found him to be a little fascinating. There's an interview that he does with what's the old school in London? Cambridge? Yeah, maybe it was Cambridge. They do like an interview series, and people were protesting. Oxford, maybe it was Oxford. It's so weird how YouTube works. I watched Conan do an interview there, and it was so pleasant, and then his just started next, so I just kind of like stuck around and watched it. And that's when I was like, wow, this guy is really and again, there could be video of him saying something horrible, so please, I can't vouch for everything the guy has said. But I was very taken aback by how intelligent he was, and some of the points he made were very well thought out, and some of them were really good that we actually need to do, that most people would agree we need to do.
It's not, the thing is, it's not stupid people that are.
No, but my point is, and the reason why I bring this up is I saw him on stage with Lindell, and he was up there just peddling one conspiracy after the next.
That's where you lose. That's where you lose everything.
Just absurd, like the intelligent guy I saw. There was another thing I watched him in the monk debates. I forget what they're called, but it's basically where you get two people who just despise each other, and they put them on stage in Toronto maybe or somewhere, and they debate. They let them have their say. Guy fucking held his own against the guy who was accusing him of all this horrible stuff, and he got in there and clarified a lot of the shit, and you're kind of like, this guy was really miscast just because he was the Breitbart guy. By the way, was talking about intelligence, was smart enough to get in on Castle Rock, which got in on Seinfeld. So when Seinfeld sold to Netflix and this and that and Channel 11 and TBS, that guy cashed in each and every single time. Bannon got money off of Seinfeld.
That's sad.
That is proven. He was a smart, intelligent, savvy investor. But anyway, I was really disappointed because he was not making intelligent points any longer. He was just up there going, "Oh, the people are scared. The party of that." He's just peddling.
Yeah.
It's not that it's all unfounded, but there's no real. I mean,
I feel like he's fanning a flame that shouldn't be fanned.
it wasn't even that. He went from just basically being a populist, which I don't agree with everything that populists say. You know, that whole America First idea. It was basically everything Trump sort of built his political views around. This Steve Bannon's whole entire view and output, but he lost all of that. It was no longer about policy or tax reform or corporate tax structure and all the things that we talk about. Illegal campaign finance reform. All these things that need to be done.
Well-
Not really. And by the way, you know what else I really respected about Bannon? Criticized Trump every day from the second he left office. Talked about how Trump
once
fell
he
short.
left.
Talked about how Trump fell short with the tax breaks. He talked
Yeah,
about
a lot
how
of people did.
Trump
Once they
failed
left.
to get the troops out of Afghanistan, which was total bullshit. That they kept. He said the army generals kept saying another 18 months, another 18 months, and then he went to find out that they had been telling Obama the same shit for the prior 8 years, like another 18 months, another 18 months. So I like that part of Bannon. You really do get some insight, you get some knowledge from him. But what he did this past weekend, or whenever the hell it was, a couple days ago, a day ago, really
Yeah.
just shit.
I mean, he was like a spearhead for the whole wall, the build the wall.
You know
thing.
what though? I don't think I
And then
don't
he,
know.
Like, he was arrested for
Oh,
taking the money. I mean, he
money.
pled not guilty. I don't remember how it all
Yeah.
worked out, but yeah, he was responsible for. He was arrested and indicted because of the whole wall funding thing.
Yeah. I don't know if he was in favor of building a wall. I'd have to go back and look. I think he was just trying to stop illegal immigration.
He was. Well,
that was a
he
big part of it.
No, but he wanted to build the wall. He was behind the whole wall thing. He was indicted for conspiracy to commit wire fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering, along with 3 other alleged co-conspirators.
Yeah, which if you ask him now, he'll say is all part of the plan to silence him.
He was part of the We Build the Wall Foundation,
Yeah.
a project which defrauded hundreds of thousands of donors, capitalizing on their interest in funding the border wall to raise millions of dollars. Blah 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 blah. So there's a little bit of money laundering and fraud there. Just saying. Not saying smart people. He could be smart, but then you do stupid shit.
Well, I mean, I see him doing stupid shit because I saw him
he's
do
not
another
smart.
appearance somewhere else where he was just peddling.
Yeah, he's not
Horseshit.
consistently smart. So
Yeah, I liked him better when he was really trying to tackle the issues that we had. Again, I don't necessarily always agree with the solutions, but he really knew how to pinpoint the issues. All right, the Center for Disease Control, the CDC, has adjusted its COVID-19 tracking for the state of Florida. They made this announcement yesterday as confusion over reporting practices sparked a feud between federal and state authorities. After the CDC website showed a record high numbers for Sunday, August 8th, the Florida Department of Health balked, accusing the agency of folding several days of new cases into one. The gap was significant, with the CDC initially claiming there were 28,317 new cases on Sunday, while the Florida Department of Health put that number at 15,319. On Tuesday, the CDC adjusted its number down to 19,584. That's a far cry from 28,000.
all right, it's a lot. Let's just put it at a lot.
Yeah.
They're both high numbers, which shouldn't be.
Yes.
Granted, they should have the numbers right, but that's the big problem, I guess. But still, it's not. Both numbers are bad.
After the initial CDC numbers were released, a deluge of negative press directed at Florida and Governor Ron DeSantis ensued, leading the Florida Department of Health and other officials to take to Twitter to decree the error. The agency tweeted, "This is not accurate. Florida follows CDC guidelines reporting cases Monday through Friday, other than holidays. Consequently, each Monday or Tuesday, there will be 2 or 3 days of data reported at a time. When the data is published, it is attributed evenly to the previous days." On Tuesday, the CDC told multiple news outlets that it was working with Florida officials to correct the inaccuracies. Got to be
Yeah.
accurate in the world of craziness and everybody. Nobody believes anything anymore, and you got to
I know.
be accurate.
And your parents are down there. How are they doing?
What?
Your parents, they're in Florida. How are they
Oh.
doing? Okay.
I don't know. I lose them down there. I lose them into a world of Netflix and shopping and, you know,
Old people, sex parties.
old people sex to swinger parties and
Right.
everything and upside down pineapples and
I don't know what that is, but
yeah.
please don't explain it.
Yeah. It's a whole, yeah, we talked about this. If you have an upside down pineapple in your house, that means you're a swinger. You welcome swingers.
Oh, I must have blocked it out.
Yeah, which messed me up because my mom's whole like chair motif is pineapples. So that's
you
why I
see?
don't. That's why I don't really talk to them anymore. I don't want to call the phone and hear some strange man's voice. Hello, Dad.
Hang on, I'll get him. Oh, no.
Oh, he's busy in the other room. Hold on, I got. Oh, dear God. That's why I don't FaceTime anymore. I call in advance. I go. The kids
Text.
want to FaceTime you. I gotta.
No, text. No pictures.
By the way, what is my son's tooth is damn near
What?
out. First tooth.
Your
What's
son, what?
my son's tooth
Oh, okay, go
is
ahead. What's
damn near out. What's the going rate for what's the tooth
Oh.
fairy rate these days?
Well, a first tooth is usually a big one, and I think everyone after that is smaller, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. Everyone after that is $1. Like that's like $1 That's it.
Throw him a 5 or a 10, maybe a 10.
for the first one.
First one's a bigger deal than the rest of them.
It feels
Throw 'em
like
a
a feels like a $5. I don't know.
Throw him 5. It's lucky to get it.
Kids
For
costing me
what?
$90 a day as it is right now. I feel like
$90 a day.
it's expensive feeding these kids, putting clothes on their back, fucking
Chicken nuggets. Come on.
toys and everything.
You're buying them $90 of toys every day. Buy him a handful of toys. Let them last.
He's got more toys. He's buying double toys. Today he got a Iron Man Lego set that he already had.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous.
Yeah. I mean, as parents, we're just fucking pushovers. We're basically down to like, if you can just not be an asshole all day, you'll get a toy at the end of it. Like,
So you got to teach him. So you got to do like a garage sale now and teach him to sell these things.
yeah, you're probably right
You
about that.
tell him, just like the tooth, you make some money. Make a buck on these things. You sell your toys, whatever you want. You pick out a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Set up a table and we'll sell them.
Is there can the Tooth Fairy Venmo money? Because I can't remember the last time I saw a $10 bill.
I lost the Tooth Fairy's email address, so I don't know.
Wouldn't that be great if there was a service where parents could just like, where you could
You know,
just be like,
what would the service do?
like it would be like, oh, the Tooth Fairy has Venmoed you a 10 spot. Like here, here's $10.
Just have your friend change their Venmo name to Tooth Fairy or something.
Yeah, can you do that? I don't even.
I don't
know. How
know.
Venmo
It
works.
sounds like it would be. I don't have Venmo.
I have it, but I don't ever use it. I don't know how. I really don't. Honestly, I don't know how it works.
I don't know either. It goes. I have PayPal. It goes through that. I have no idea. It goes to my email. No clue.
PayPal. What year is this?
Shut up.
No, I use PayPal too.
PayPal works.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it feels weird, like handling money. Like, it feels like there should be a Venmo system for this Tooth Fairy.
Does he have like a piggy bank or something?
He does actually. He's got like he's got an Italian piggy bank, which is an old marinara sauce mason jar.
What were those? Yeah, I guess you either get. See, what we had was either. Those tins at Christmas where you have like the 3 popcorns.
Yeah.
One of those, or an empty water jug. Like
Yep.
the water cooler thing.
Yeah.
Those are good. Or one of those old coffee cans. But you cut like a hole in the top, like a Maxwell House.
Yeah.
But it has like that plastic lid that you peel back.
It doesn't even matter. I mean, the guy, he's got a couple bucks in the piggy bank.
All right. So what is it? Cash? Just take it out of there and put it on there.
I should.
Does he count it? Does he have a running total of what's in there?
He probably does. He remembers all sorts of crazy
All
things.
right.
We were coming out of a restaurant the other day, and Elton John was playing, And he looks at me and he goes, Dad, this is Elton John. I'm still standing. I'm like, who are you? I'm like, how did you know that? He's like, oh, I learned it on whatever. I didn't even know what the hell he was talking about after that. But somebody told him and he remembered that.
Wow.
Like heard 3 seconds of I'm still standing and just like, oh, so
That's
I'm still
pretty
standing.
good.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
That's not bad.
And
So
then he
yeah, I
goes-
think it's a 10, a tenner. Throw it
10
right under
spot. I would love to please drop it in the comments, tweet at us, Facebook message us, drop it on the website, whatever your preferred.
there. Or ask J Sabs because she seems to have an in with the Tooth Fairy. Remember that ghost story she told us?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Wasn't that
That she said she actually saw
Yeah,
the Tooth Fairy,
yeah.
or some woman standing at the end of the hallway, just like all ethereal and like misty and whatever, and then that was the night she got visited by the Tooth Fairy.
That's right. That's right.
It's kind of weird.
I'll check with her. I'll see if she's run into the Tooth Fairy at all. Robin of Batman and Robin has come out as bisexual.
That's right.
In the latest Batman comic book, Urban Legends, the DC character Tim Drake. I thought Robin was. What was right? Dick Grayson.
Yeah, it changes a lot. The original was a girl, the original Robin
Is that right?
in the comics. Yeah, it changes all the time.
Yeah. Why did
Bruce
they do
Wayne
that?
doesn't change, I guess, but Robin for some reason when they redo the story or when they, I mean, I guess sometimes the real names aren't as important. You know, like Jack Nicholson was Jack Napier, and he was the Joker, and then he has no name, and then he's so there's all kinds of different
Yeah. You know what?
adaptations.
In the what was the last one that came out with what's his name, Joaquin Phoenix?
Right,
He had a different name in that one.
he did. I don't remember what it was.
I
but
forgot
yeah.
what it is now. Yeah.
So whatever adaptation they change it up. I guess Bruce Wayne though is the one that's never changed. Bruce Wayne, Commissioner Gordon,
Yeah.
those are the consistent ones.
So Tim Drake, who is Robin in this series, accepts an invitation to go on a date with a man named Bernard Dowd, thereby confirming Robin's LGBTQ status, according to TMZ.
Wonderful.
Robin's bisexual narrative unfolds in what one fan calls a light bulb moment as he and Bernard find themselves in a street side brawl. After the hero ultimately rescues Bernard, Robin later pays him a visit at his apartment. As Drake, the character, can be seen psyching himself up for greeting Bernard. It's okay, Tim, you got this. So he's all nervous. At Bernard's door, Drake stammers, I'm really glad you got home okay. I was relieved. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about that night, and I don't know what it all meant to me. Not yet, but I'll figure it out. Bernard responds, I was hoping you would, Tim Drake. Do you want to go out on a date with me? Yeah, I think I want that, Robin answers. So there you go.
There you go. Good
Yeah.
for Robin.
So we've got a bisexual Robin and a Batman that eats out Catwoman so far this year. A lot of
We are progressing.
Yeah. Yeah. Which again is so weird to me because I feel like, like outside of a hero kiss, there was never really much sexuality
not-
in comic books.
Well, maybe not sexual activity, but when you look at the way they drew comics, I mean,
True.
you got the women, especially, made them out to be huge up top, skimpy.
Yeah, but the guys too. The guys were all in tight
Absolutely.
clothes with big dick pieces and all that kind
Totally.
of shit.
Totally. But it's like, maybe they weren't like, they were dating. There were comics where characters dated other characters and stuff.
Yeah.
So this isn't really nothing graphic here. If it was, that's what it is. But the definitely, it's just them dating. It's nothing controversial in terms of like explicit.
No, yeah, it looks like it's just a date. Well, in this issue, let's see where it
Yeah.
goes.
Who knows? I don't know what the
Because Batman and Catwoman were just pals, and the next thing
that was
I know,
explicit and controversial.
I was watching that.
Straight or not, it's a sexual
Yeah,
scene.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing controversial about this. They go on a date. The only thing, if it's a comic, what's the age demographic for these comics?
yeah. I wonder that. What is the yeah?
Do they say? I haven't looked at a comic in a long time, but do they say like the age on the comic?
I don't know. I feel like with comic books, it's anywhere from like 7 years old to like 58.
Whoever.
It's
Yeah,
like,
could be everybody, no matter what age you are. As an adult, you can read comics as an adult. That's fine.
yeah.
They're entertaining, and I actually, I like the artwork. I have comics. But yeah, this is a great step forward. And I mean, they had relationships, when they first did comics, by 50, 60, 70 years ago, whatever,
Yeah.
100 years ago. So why not, as relationships and sexuality progresses, so should stories, and why not comics? There's nothing wrong with this,
I have a problem with it because
because you're homophobic.
as a Superman fan, I feel like Clark Kent should be laying pipe out there. Why is he always stuck with fucking Lois Lane? You know what I'm saying? Let's get a like.
So you don't have a problem with Robin. You have a problem with Superman being tied down to one woman?
I'm just saying, if we're gonna start opening it up and making this all about dating and sex and whatnot, then let's get Superman out there a little bit more. He's always
Superman,
been dragged down by Lois and all her bullshit.
he sees something in Lois. I don't know. Why not get together with Wonder Woman? I mean, if you're gonna,
That's what I'm saying. Little super orgy action. How are you gonna keep Superman to one woman? It's impossible.
because he's not a player. He's a hero, and he fell in love. So it's not like he's no.
That's what I'm talking about. So wuss. You put Superman should be making it happen.
Kind of like Batman. Batman's making it all the time.
Yeah, why
Different
is
women.
Batman always the cool dark guy?
Because he's a billionaire playboy.
Nailing chicks.
Superman isn't rich.
Wearing
He's not
glasses, doing things for the betterment of man. I'm tired of that bullshit.
right. See, Superman isn't wealthy. He's just a hardworking guy, and he saves people. Batman is not only a guy that saves people, but he's out on the town. He's spending money. He's at restaurants. He's dating.
Yeah.
There's a difference there. I mean,
Honestly, for once, I'd like to see the train just flat out crash and explode because he was too busy in the middle of a three-way. You know what I'm saying? That would be. I'm just saying, we need a curveball. It can't be so predictable all the time. Just throw us a curveball every now and then.
I'm sure he's missed a train or two here or there.
And then then we're like, Superman, what the hell? Wait, what happened? He goes, it's a three-way. I couldn't,
I mean, I heard something, but I thought it was the neighbor's TV.
I don't know if it was the other girl or, it was just a lot. There was a lot of screams at the time. You have to understand.
And when she screams, it sounds like a bullet train.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to tell you.
When you have sex with Superman, do you think he floats, picks it up off the bed a little bit?
I think it gets weird. I think it gets super weird. I mean, right? I mean, imagine you're the woman dating Superman, and you're thinking, "Oh my God, this is gonna be crazy," and then it's normal, run of the mill.
See, you're doing it again to you're saying what you're saying. Superman comes too early is basically what you're saying.
No, I'm saying if that's what you think normal run of the mill is, I'm saying it's average, everyday guy stuff instead of superhero level.
You know what? You're right. There's too many expectations attached. Like you're thinking he's gonna blow my mind, and
I mean, he's got super abilities. You'd think he'd have some kind of super other abilities. He'd take you, 30,000 feet in the air. I don't know, do something.
I didn't know this, but in March, Marvel unveiled the first gay Captain America character, a queer youth advocate named Aaron Fisher, to be included in the upcoming United States of Captain America comic book miniseries. So,
Miniseries as in show?
I don't know. Comic book miniseries. So I guess limited run of comic books.
I didn't know they called them.
I mean, I would imagine the LGBTQ community excited about this. They're
That's
never
great.
really represented.
Sounds great.
Like I mean, as an Italian, we're not represented in super. You don't see.
No, we're always the mafia. We're always the guy that's being taken down.
The closest we got is fucking Super Mario and his
Hey,
dumb Italian brother Luigi.
not everybody could step on turtles like an Italian.
Oh, you want to be a superhero? Here you go. Here's fat
Take
fucking
this
Mario.
fucking plunger
Yeah.
and go jump down a pipe.
Here's an overweight plumber with a mustache problem. Yeah.
It's a me, Mario.
Yeah.
Well, we got. No, that's not. They're not really Italian. I was gonna say Ninja Turtles, but they're not Italian.
They're not Italian.
I was like
no.
Donatello, Raphael, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
They're from New York.
Yeah. No, basically Italians have never been represented in comic books.
Italian superhero.
And you know what? We never will be now. Thanks a lot, Cuomo. We're basically out of everything.
You see that?
Did you see this? They're trying to rename Cuomo named the Tappan Zee Bridge after his father, and everybody hated it ever since. And now they're trying to get it reversed since he fucking. That's how much they hate this guy.
They're probably gonna. That's probably gonna happen.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't it?
I don't get it. I don't even know what Tappan Zee. I don't even know who the hell that is or what it is or what it means. But people seem.
I don't know what a Tappan Zee is.
It's kind of fun to say.
It is fun.
You know.
Yeah, that is fun.
Friday
Tappan
night,
Zee.
Frank. You and me. We'll leave the wives at home. We're gonna go out. We'll Tappan Zee. Just the guys. Right?
That'd be a good bar name. Going to the Tappan Zee. Tap and Z. You get it.
I got it. Christina Applegate.
This poor woman cannot catch a break.
Now, she announced that she's got multiple sclerosis and she got it from the COVID-19 vaccine. So very, very sad. The whole thing.
Hold on. You're glitching out. Are you back with me?
Oh. Am I glitched out or are you messing with me?
No, you are. I'm not going to mess with you. You're glitching out on me a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You're frozen a little bit. But what I was going to say is Christina Applegate, yeah, she got MS. And before that, many years ago, diagnosed with breast cancer. Had to, have a mastectomy, I think it's called. So that was a while ago. But
No, she had a Tappan Zee.
right. Well, if you get it in New York, that's what they call it.
By the way, got multiple sclerosis from the COVID-19 vaccine. So
Is that true? Is that for real?
can be now. It was said on the internet.
Oh, so there you go.
Joking, YouTube. You don't have to cancel me, please. All right, it was just a joke.
That didn't happen.
You know what I love about Christina Applegate has
Everything?
She should have turned into Hunter Biden. Like, had every reason to just be a crazy former child star, drunkie, drug addict. Like
She kept it on the straight and narrow.
Dude, she's like a half a mogul. She's making big time movie star. She made all the right choices.
Yeah, she's in there's a new, not a new show, but it's on like the third season's coming out. Yeah, I think it's Netflix. It's her and this other woman, I can't remember her name. She played Velma in the Scooby-Doo movies. She was in Grandma's Boy. They're in a Netflix series that's very good. Yeah, can't remember the name of it, but it's very successful, and she's awesome. She's one of these, you're right, child stars that hung in there and made it.
Because her entire role on Married with Children was be the blonde bimbo, so it's not
Right.
like she had a ton of range there. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then after that, I think her next thing, or during that, was Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, which was a cult classic.
Yeah.
That's such a good movie.
But between that and her next real big thing, it was a really long time, wasn't it?
It was. I feel like her next big thing after that was probably, what's that movie with, it's her and Jason Bateman.
I was just going to say, that's actually one of the greatest, most underrated movies of all times.
What the hell's the name of that?
When was Throw Mama? Throw Mama. Oh, my God.
Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. This is the 90s. I don't remember exactly when.
That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Mid to early 90s?
Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. It was 91.
91.
She did Across the Moon in 94. Never heard of it.
Nope.
Wild Bill.
No,
She was in Mars Attacks,
she was in Mars Attacks?
which was probably a bit part because everybody was in that. Remember, everybody was in Mars Attacks.
Everybody was in that, but I don't remember her in that.
Yeah.
Mars Attacks.
Married with Children wrapped up in 97.
Right.
Oh, you know what else she was in? Mafia, 98. Remember with Jay Moore? It was the Mafia spoof.
I don't remember that one.
Jay Moore plays the Michael Corleone part, and Christina Applegate plays the K part.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. It was a movie?
Yeah, it was a movie. Yeah, Jeff Bridges' dad. What's his name?
Lloyd?
Lloyd Bridges plays the Godfather part, and
Cool.
it's like silly,
Fucking love Lloyd
goofy.
Bridges. All of his stuff was great.
You never saw that in the. Remember how in the Godfather? Spoiler alert! Vito dies in the garden, getting chased around by his
Yeah, he's
grandson.
spilling it. Yep.
In this one, the grandson actually kills him. He whacks him. It was so the funniest goof in that whole movie. You know, the Michael character and the K character, they separate for a while and then they come back, and the baby walks in and Jay Moore says to her, "We have a baby together. I have a son." And she was like, "Oh my God." And he's like, "Yeah, and it's yours." He's telling the girl it's yours. I thought that was fucking hysterical. It was one of those spoofy, you know.
Yeah.
This is when the Naked Gun was the funniest movie in the world.
I could still, to this day, watch all three of them, and they're hilarious.
Yeah.
Naked Guns.
Yeah.
Naked Guns, Hot Shots.
Hot Shot, right? This is exactly in that vein. Like
There was a solid period of spoof movies that was
Where
like
they
a
do-
10-year
it's-
gap. Yeah.
where it's not really a cohesive script. It's just one gag after the next gag, like kind of Airplane. The
Well,
same.
no, there was a storyline.
Yeah, there's plots and a storyline, but wacky things would happen, and then
Yeah.
the same character would be back the next second, and he would
Freaking
be
love
fine.
Naked Gun. It was
Yeah.
great.
No, they were all great. We should maybe do a spoofy, do a whole episode around the best spoof movies. Anyway, Mafia was 98. She did a bunch of things that really went nowhere, and then The Sweetest Thing.
The
was
Sweetest
2002.
Thing was the one. Yes. That
Jason
was the big-
Bateman's funniest fucking role ever.
I don't know about that.
It's up there.
Come on.
Him and the blonde guy, what's his name? I forget his name.
Yeah.
They're great
I
together.
forget his name, but I think
And it's one of Cameron Diaz's best roles, too.
Cameron Diaz. I don't think it's their best roles. Cameron Diaz's best roles. I mean, you got The Mask. She was great. That was her first role.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in a bunch of stuff that was pretty good. The Charlie's
Something About
Angels wasn't
Mary.
bad. Something About Mary. But Jason Bateman's best stuff, Arrested Development, was just an amazing show. Mm-hmm. And he could be, like, he's on like Date Night, I think, or Date. I don't remember the hell it is. Him and I think not Tina Fey, but someone, and they did like a funny movie, a comedy. Oh, Horrible Bosses was great.
Horrible Boss is great. Yeah, but he hones that character. Everything you just named, he did in The Sweetest Thing. He kind of like Vince Vaughn. He built a persona, and
Yeah, but I feel like he was watered down a little bit in The Sweetest Thing. It was kind of because you didn't get him enough, and when you got him, it was a little bit
it was great.
not full Bateman.
I don't know. And that's it. After that, she took off. She did Friends after that, Employee of the Month. She did King of the Hill, and then she did Anchorman.
Anchorman, yes.
And from Anchorman in 2004, boom, it was off to
What
the
the hell
races.
is that TV show that she's on? I can't think of it. It's on Netflix. I don't know. The third season's coming up. That's really good. I watched it.
Samantha who?
Nope.
Up All Night?
Nope.
Nope, that ended in 2012. Dead to Me?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's not a comedy. It's a drama, but it's good.
Yeah, she's great. She's definitely great. All right. Speaking of TV, Friends romance. Lots of rumors. I think it was Schwimmer's guy or gal, press person came out and said, no, this is all not true. This is all bullshit. But the
Can you
rumors,
imagine
the
this
rumors,
rumor being true? God.
yeah, the rumors are that since the Friends reunion, Schwimmer and Aniston have been together.
I mean, I love David Schwimmer, but I feel like Jennifer Aniston could do
Better.
a little better.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably the
guy's point of
greatest guy.
view. Yeah, I don't know. I
He
wonder
could
what
be
a-
what does a woman think? He could be the nicest, sweetest guy in the world, but looks wise, is all I'm saying.
he's kind of a doofus.
It's this, you know.
Yeah, like she is gorgeous,
She's up here.
damn near perfect.
David Schwimmer. I mean, he's not ugly, I don't think, but he's doofy looking.
Dime a dozen.
Right. I mean, we're just talking about straight looks here.
Yeah,
I mean, he could he could be the nicest guy in the world. He could be funny, whatever. charming, but if we're going off of looks, she went from Brad Pitt to David Schwimmer.
Yeah. But Schwimmer was first. Because remember, they admitted that they had a crush on each other during the whole Ross and Rachel run.
That's true.
That
Hey, you
happened.
know what? If the two of them can make it work and they're happy, God bless.
Why are they fighting is what I want to know.
Who's fighting?
Like getting together.
Oh, well, maybe they're just not into each other. Maybe.
Why? What? Look at you're not getting any younger. Fucking both of them. I mean, she's
Yeah,
still
but she could get
phenomenal.
anybody she wants, except Brad Pitt.
And she's not really with anybody. Even them, I thought they were going to get back together. There was like an award show pre-COVID.
It still
Remember?
could happen. I mean, he's divorced now.
They were giving each other looks and everything, and it looked like she was,
Yeah, it could happen.
Let me see here. After the reunion, it became clear that reminiscing over the past had stirred up some feelings for both of them, and that chemistry they'd always had to bury was still there. They began texting immediately after filming, and just last month, David flew from his home in New York to see Jen in L.A. A source close to the couple told Closer. They've been spending time at Jen's home, where she's cooked dinners in the evenings and have enjoyed quality time together, chatting and laughing. They were also spotted drinking wine, deep in conversation, as they walked around one of Jen's favorite vineyards in Santa Barbara, where it was clear that there was a lot of chemistry between the two of them.
That's great. Good for them. If that's true, that they're not just friends, then good for them. If they could, make that work and they're happy, why not? God bless.
Mazel.
Mazel.
Mazel, mazel. Good thing.
Jendani. No.
That mazel mazel good things is from Alec Baldwin.
Along Came Polly.
Yeah.
It's friggin' hilarious.
Fucking great movie.
That's such a good movie.
Another movie where
Crabs is
Jen
here.
kills it.
Mazel mazel. Good things. Oh yeah, another Jenna Aniston.
Jen Aniston movie. Is that? I feel like Alec Baldwin is the undisputed king of bit parts, like small roles,
I could
fourth
see that.
character, fifth lead. Fifth, sixth lead down the like he murders in everything. Glenn Ross, Along
he's
Came
great in that.
Polly,
Along Came Polly.
The Departed.
Departed, right?
He's like the ninth guy in The Departed. He's fucking brilliant. Almost steals the whole movie.
And I know it's a stupid movie, but he was actually like a fourth line character in The Cat in the Hat, and he was kind of funny.
Really?
Yeah, he was like the mother's, boyfriend, but he was like a slob when he wasn't around her. It was weird.
Yeah.
But he was kind of funny.
All right, Marjorie Taylor Greene suspended from Twitter for 1 week following a violation of the platform's rules.
Good.
I know she's a crazy asshole, but it does
Yep.
kind of. I don't really. I mean, it feels like they're only really suspending the right wing people.
Well, as
By the
our
way,
good
Rand
friend,
Paul got suspended from YouTube too.
as our good friend Jim Carrey said in Liar Liar, stop breaking the law, asshole. I mean, you're spreading misinformation. You're a leader. You're supposed to be not being an ass about everything. That's what happens. When your accounts are honed in on, you got to be responsible.
Mm-hmm.
And you're lying about stuff. That's what happens.
I wonder what's going to happen to Hunter's accounts.
Maybe. Did he break a thing?
Not going to be good. I don't know.
Did he
We'll
break
see.
one of their laws? One of their rules?
Breaking some laws. I don't know.
He
if
broke some
breaking
laws,
Twitter
sure.
laws.
But did he break Twitter laws? I don't know.
Yeah, she's a gigantic asshole, though. I don't really care
No,
for
she
her.
sucks big time.
Yeah. Oh, I realized I didn't put I didn't put her thing
Oh,
on.
there
Yeah,
you go.
I don't care for her.
No.
She's just wacky and.
She's a conspiracy theory nut. She's hanging around with Matt Gates.
I
doing
saw her and
tours.
Matt Gates. I think we're doing a podcast or something, and I was like, I gotta fucking listen to this.
Ugh.
I gotta give this 5 minutes at least.
No, thank you.
I didn't get
I'll
a
skip.
chance to, but I wanted to.
I can't deal with that headache.
You can't pack much more. I tell you what, you put Donald Trump in that room, and I'm fucking listening. I want to hear the
That
crazy
is-
shit they say.
Crazy fest, fucking 2021.
It'd be great. I would love
Be
it.
huge.
I like taking pregnant pauses.
Pregnant
Jeopardy
pauses?
hosts. Yeah, pregnant pause. A long pause. Call it a
Is that
pregnant
what that's
pause.
called? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeopardy hosts. See, this is
Indeed.
what Frank and his woke culture and his leftists. We had Mike Richards. The world was great. They had to force this blossom on everybody now, and now.
First of all, Mayim Bialik is a national treasure.
Yeah, Blossom is good. You know who I'd like to see her bring back is Six. I'd love to get.
What
her
happened
back.
to Six?
I don't know. You
She
think
just-
she's so great? She fucking threw Six to the side.
Maybe Six wasn't interested in being famous anymore. She was one of those child stars that was like, forget it. I don't know what happened to Six.
I thought she was better than Blossom. How did we get stuck with? I would have lost that bet.
Well, Blossom was the character though. She was.
Yeah, but Six was,
Six was great. That's kind of like what is it? Full House. The neighbor, Kimmy Gibbler was.
Kimmy Gibbler. Yeah,
She was great. She made the scene every time she was there.
that's true. Kimmy Gibbler was the best. She was the best.
Who do we got? We got Uncle Jesse that hasn't made a show in a while. He needs a new show.
Yeah, he does.
Can we get Uncle Jesse a show?
Well, he's got to wait for Aunt Becky to get out of jail from that whole. Did she get out? I think she did.
Yeah, a while ago.
Yeah, he can't do a show without her. They've done like 4 shows together. Remember, they did like another show like 10 years ago.
There was another show with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put her back together again.
See, what
executives
I would
like,
like
I
to-
don't know. Fucking
The
give them-
show I would pitch for Uncle Jesse
Mm-hmm.
would be he's in his band and he's traveling doing gigs. It's him on the road. You don't see there's no real show about like a band and their members going on the road, playing different venues and the shenanigans that ensue.
You know what was good for that? Vinyl, and they canceled it.
Really?
Yeah, Vinyl was about like a record company,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy I fucking love, I can't remember his name, Bobby Cannavale.
Okay.
It was all him. Ray Romano was in it too. Great show, and they had like a band in it that they were like discovering and building up, and
So that would be good. Like you
That
got
was
Uncle
good.
Jesse and the Rippers, and they start going around to all different places, or the Beach Boys, whatever one he wants. I don't care.
whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah, so follow them around the world. And every place is a different thing that happens.
Uncle Jesse, he likes to hang out with old dudes. Mike Love, he was around them for a while. Then he took,
Well, he's their drummer now.
yeah, he was for a while, wasn't he?
He tours with them.
He still does.
Yeah, he's their drummer.
Who's the insult comic that was in Casino?
Oh, Don Rickles.
Don Rickles. He took Don Rickles around for a long time. He was like super close with Don Rickles.
Hey, if you could, you'd be super close with Don Rickles.
I
too.
would love it. He was the best.
He was.
Anyway, so Mike Richards is. So here's what's weird about this. I think this is bullshit. Mike Richards is the host, and how do you say her name?
Mayim.
Mayim
Bialik.
Blossom.
Right.
She's going to host like the specialty shows. So Mike Richards is doing the real Jeopardy, and then
Yeah,
because
then they have like the college thing, and then they have the
everybody has to
Tournament
be
of
woke,
Champions.
and God forbid Mayim Bialik doesn't
shut
get
up.
something. Like she doesn't have enough success in her life. She's going to do the specials and the spin-offs, including the Jeopardy National College Championship.
Right. See, they should have like a dumb guy Jeopardy. Just bring in 3 schmucks that
They had
don't know
that.
anything. Do they?
They had Sports Jeopardy for a little while, and what was his name was hosting it? Dan Patrick was hosting it, Sports Jeopardy.
All right. Celebrity Jeopardy is always fun.
And then I think they tried to have Music Jeopardy with the guy
You're
from
right.
Howard Stern.
The guy from Howard
What is
Stern.
his name? Baba Booey.
Oh,
Gary.
how was that Music Jeopardy?
I think they had they tried to do Music Jeopardy with Gary for a while there. I don't know. I could be mistaken.
They should bring back more. I want to see more of that. More Celebrity Jeopardy.
Yeah, they haven't done Celebrity Jeopardy in a while.
I can't remember the last one. That's always popular. I want to see them
Yeah.
make asses of themselves.
And that's the thing, they mostly make asses of themselves, and then there's like that one person that's like uber smart. You're like, holy shit, did you have any idea how smart this one was?
Not only that, but it's like they a lot of the questions are softball questions that they don't do during real Jeopardy. It's a lot of like, what color is that? It's like they did on Saturday Night Live. It's very easy questions because it's all for charity. But Celebrity Jeopardy is a lot more fun than regular Jeopardy.
Are you shocked though that they went with the 2 host thing?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's weird.
it's not, it's fine, it's great, but didn't see it coming. You
Yeah,
know?
and I feel like they're gonna wind up hating each other because he's gonna be like, I wasn't big enough to get the big stuff.
Well, he was what? He was one of the producers or something.
He was the executive producer, but he had
All right,
hosted
then be
other
happy.
game shows in the past.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
All right.
and he's gonna be like, what? She's too good to come in here and do it on the day. Like he's gonna be the one grinding it out, and she's gonna be like the.
I'm sure they've come. I'm sure they get along. I'm sure they've
Rest-
met and.
Yeah, wrestling fans complain about this all the time because like the John Cena's of the world and the
yeah.
Rock, like they don't do any of the wrestling shows, but then like 3 weeks before WrestleMania comes around, they pop up on like the random show and they do like a whole big thing, and they're just there for like their 4 week
Just to
run.
be the
Yeah.
be the face that brings everybody back to it.
Yeah, and all like the hardcore wrestling fans hate it because they're like, fuck these people, like they're
They jumped ship
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah, I always love that. I saw one guy cursing out The Rock once. I was like, holy shit, I thought he was like a popular.
You don't curse out The Rock. I don't care what he's done.
Yeah, he was like, this is bullshit. He's always gonna show up and then he's gonna fucking win and fuck this guy.
He's gonna win. Yeah, of course he's gonna win. Get over it. He ruined my bracket. It's like, all right, take it easy.
I can't understand this about wrestling. Is so we are sheltering wrestling from my child because we feel like he's already bouncing off the walls.
It's big and it's not going anywhere. It's not losing steam.
Not going anywhere. What I can't understand was though the WWE FE
Used to be F.
they just signed a deal with Peacock, so now they're streaming on Peacock, which I can't for the life of me understand because they had their own streaming service. Like they have their own thing where you pay like $10 a month and you get all the wrestling stuff.
Well, maybe people aren't paying the $10 a month.
I guess not. And now now Peacock just shelled out a shit ton of money, and they're on that too now. It's just strange. It's weird.
Yeah.
I downloaded Peacock, by the way. I'm on Peacock now.
Nice.
I was against it. I hated it. I was mad they took The Office away from Netflix. I was like, fuck that. I'm not going.
Yeah.
And then like Comedy Central started playing The Office like crazy. And so I was like, there's no reason. I'll just tune into Comedy Central when I want to, get my Office fix on. And then for whatever reason, I was like, I gotta see all the episodes in order again.
Yeah, that's true.
So we downloaded it and we're watching it.
All right, that's good. Peacock's
It's
not
the
bad.
free version though.
Yeah, I'm not paying for.
I'm not paying for another stream. I
Can't.
can't. I'm paying for
It's
9.
too many. It's
I
too
can't
many.
do it. Yeah.
But what I'm pissed about is that they took Seinfeld off of Hulu, and it's not coming back. It's going to Netflix like in a month or two, and I can't watch my Seinfeld for another.
I thought it was already on Netflix.
I looked. I couldn't find it unless
I thought it went to Netflix when he brought Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee there.
I knew that they were going to Netflix from Hulu, but I didn't think it came. I don't think it's there yet. Well, Netflix. Yeah, September. Netflix on the day. It looks like the series will arrive on the platform in September 2021.
Which I'm upset with Jerry Seinfeld. Let me put this out there too. You got to make more of those Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. What the fuck are you doing? They're
He's doing stand-up. He's touring.
they're so great. The shows are so. We've seen he only replaces like 15% of his act every year. Like we've seen it. Like it's so great, that show, and they haven't made it in like 5 years.
Well, give him a new comedian. Let's get some funny people out there.
Yeah, and then the last season, I feel like they were they were forcing people on him. There was a couple episodes where he was just kind of like, check the fuck out.
Phoning it in.
Yeah, there's a guy, I love him so much. Young Indian comedian. I think he has a show on Netflix. He was on the Daily Show, I think. Really funny guy. He did that. Hassan something. I don't know. He did his show, and I was like, Netflix forced him to go on. They were like, Jerry, we need you to. You're coming on Netflix.
Here's some guy
now.
you never heard of. So
you got to have the Netflix people on.
See, and I don't mind when he brings people on that aren't comedians. Like who's he? Like Kramer was on.
Yeah.
Not really.
He had Alec Baldwin on a couple times.
Alec Baldwin's not a
those
comedian.
episodes were good.
Yeah, bring on your friends. You guys got all famous. I don't care. Whoever, they'll have fun.
Yeah.
Still be watchable. Larry David, of course. You're gonna watch that. It's not. He's not a comedian. He's not a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a stand-up comic. Just bring funny people on. That's fine.
Just bring funny people on. All right, finally, Frank Eminem's ex-wife hospitalized following a suicide attempt.
Oof.
July 30th. TMZ reported this. Police and EMS call to.
God bless you.
Thank you. Her home in Michigan. Let me see here. Reports that police and EMS were called to Scott's home in Michigan for a welfare check. She was transported to a local hospital for medical treatment and a psychological evaluation and has since been released. Got to be tough being Kim, right? Eminem kills you in like every album, just like.
Yeah, but like, yeah, that's true. I mean, when's the last album that he came out with? That. I mean, that first one, like 25 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
she should
when
be on Easy Street. You got to think he takes care of her, doesn't he?
Does he?
I don't know.
Doesn't he like hate her?
It just said that. Yeah, I know, but doesn't they have a kid together? Don't they?
Yeah, I think who takes care of the kid? I haven't listened to the songs in a while, so I don't know.
I gotta listen to the song, see who takes care of the kid.
Yeah, I don't know who's watching the kid, but if it's her, I'm sure he only pays child support. It's probably not like, here's some spending money, Kim.
Oh, they divorced in 2001. They briefly remarried for a few months in 2006.
Ah,
Yeah,
remember all those songs I wrote about you? Never mind.
that's tough. That's tough.
Oof, suicide attempt.
That's like when you're friends and and your friend breaks up with a girl and you're like, oh, I can't call her an asshole just yet. Gotta wait.
Gotta
till
wait.
this
Wait it out.
settles.
How long though?
In a while.
Until your friend is comfortably with someone new.
Until you're yeah, and even then you're risking it because they could always, if they break up with the new one, they could always relapse into the old one.
Either that or you go 100% like she sucked and just stand by it and just make sure he does not get back together with her.
Yeah, but that's a hard sell.
It's a hard sell.
That's a hard sell sometimes.
Yeah.
And
But,
it's even
okay.
harder when you're talking marriages,
Yeah, marriages, the mother of your kid. That's suicide, no joke. That sucks, man. I don't know what's,
Yeah.
when you're depressed like that, I think the guy, good thing she's okay.
Yeah, they said she cut herself. Awful.
Yeah,
Right?
not good. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good. You gotta get the help you need. It's out there.
Yep. 1-800-273-TALK is the suicide prevention hotline. 1-800-273-TALK. I think I'd be good at the suicide hotline. I would be.
You wouldn't get a lot of repeat business.
That's hurtful.
I'm sorry.
I think I'd be great. I'd be like, fuck that guy. You're so much better off without him.
Yeah,
You don't need
that's
that
true.
bullshit.
I think I've thought seriously, but not seriously, but seriously in my head, I thought, I wonder how much, what it would take to do that, to be on a, this. Do you have to have like a psychology?
Oh,
Do
no.
you
I think
have
you
to
just
be
volunteer.
It's a volunteer thing. So you could just be anybody.
But
they train you, I'm sure.
I'm talking straight out of my asshole.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a training program to go through. Stuff you can't say, stuff you're not supposed to say.
Yeah.
Numbers to call for additional help. I'm sure there's things a long training process for that. And if there isn't, there really should be. But I actually thought of, seeing what that would entail. Like doing that.
We should do that. We should do the suicide hotline.
Should we?
We should. Maybe we should do a show where we're answering phones and all you hear is our side of the conversation.
Yeah, that's that's probably not gonna go over well.
Maybe not, but we'll be helping. We're volunteering. Can they really,
Yeah, but we're also, we'd also be like, I don't know, exploiting people's problems for our show. It's probably not a good idea.
A little bit. I'd be in there like, all right, give me this person's address. We're gonna go over there right now. We're gonna fuck this person up, making you feel this way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop some hands on somebody.
I can't imagine, how a person who works at a suicide hotline, who gets the calls and has to, talk to people like that are on the verge. Like it must be very satisfying to help people, but
Yeah.
it has to be so stressful. I'm sure. No, like you come home
don't
thinking about
know.
these people, thinking about the cases that you
Oh
worked
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah,
I'm sure you take that home with you,
yeah. It's like being a cop.
like being a cop or
Being
a
a cop
doctor.
changes people. Yeah, or a
Yeah,
doctor. Yeah.
you're dealing with life and death. That's any job like that is gonna take a toll on you.
Or a therapist.
Therapist too.
Who
Yeah,
wants to hear people's inner thoughts? I'm sick of my inner thoughts. I can't stand it anymore.
you got to hear other people. You got to deal with your own plus other people's.
I'd be the only therapist that was like, "Can you stop
Just
complaining?
give me 5 minutes, please. Hang on.
Driving
All
me
right,
crazy."
go ahead.
Do you want to know
it
what
going,
I
go.
did yesterday, you selfish son of a bitch? This is what happened to me yesterday. You're sitting there crying on the couch like a baby. Yeah, that's
out-
weird. Therapy, I have no patience for, but suicidal people, I feel like I'd be great.
The Andrea Doria, come on. How many people died in the Andrea Doria? You got the Costanza problem here, but no, it's got to be. It can't be easy.
No,
That's not a job you go into lightly.
I have always wanted to come across somebody just about to jump off a bridge because I feel like again I could really, I could save that person. I could make it happen. I think I could do good.
Can you? I would jump at the chance, but I would
That's
be.
in poor taste. Why,
Oh shit! I really
we're
didn't
trying to
mean
be
that.
serious.
I did not mean that.
You are
that,
so
That was an
insensitive.
accident. That was accidental. That
I'd
pun
like
was
to
not intended.
apologize for this.
That was not an intended pun.
Uh-huh.
I would go for the chance to try and help someone with that. Honestly, that was an honest mistake. But I feel like I would be worried that I would not do a good. I feel like I would. I think I could do a good job, but I feel like there's a
Yeah.
small chance that I would fuck it up, and then it would be on me.
But here's the thing, though. True, but see, I like that kind of pressure. Here's why that pressure is good. Here's why I like it. They were there anyway. Like you could always say to yourself, nothing I could have done was gonna stop it. You always had. I feel like there's that release. When it's so bad. It's like I'm afraid of heights, but I'm on a plane, no problem. So the pressure's gone. There's nothing. When the fear of heights comes from, oh my god, I don't want to fall off of this
Right.
thing. Like
Right.
that's bad. Like, and you have control over that. When you're on a plane, it's out of your hands. There's nothing that you can do. Nothing.
Still
can
be
do.
afraid of it.
I know people are, but for me, it gone. Nothing.
Yeah.
No fear.
See, it's not like. I'm not afraid of heights. I'm not afraid of being in a plane, but I don't have the fear of it. It's just I get a little uncomfortable, not being in control of the thing that I'm in.
I love not being.
Like, if I'm in a car with a bunch of people going somewhere, I'd like to be the driver. Because I want to be. If I'm in the back seat and we're like, and they're turning and I'm stopping, I'm like, it just makes me not. It makes me I get motion sickness if I don't know, if I can't anticipate
it's
the
coming.
moves. Right. Mm-hmm. That gets me. So if I'm driving, I'm in control and I know what's going on. That's why I can't sit in the back seat. Can't do it.
You're one of those people. I can't sit in the
I
back
can,
seat.
and I will, but I'm way more comfortable driving or in the front passenger seat.
Do old men still sit in the front seat while the wives sit in the back seat? Is that still a thing? Because that's how I grew up.
That's the thing.
That's still happening.
Yeah, sometimes.
See, women, I feel for you. We're gonna change that.
That's called the Miss Daisy rule.
Yeah. When I run for office, whatever office, I'm gonna make sure that women get to sit in the front seat,
Okay.
or we at least split it.
Sure.
Boy,
Split
girl up front, boy, girl in the back. Let's be fair about it.
it. All right.
Why women have to sit in the back seat is unfair to me. You'd put a woman in the back seat, wouldn't you? But your whole I can't sit in the back seat deal.
Oh, like if it's women's lib. You want to sit in the front or the back?
Oh,
You
now
sit
it's
where-
women's lib.
We sit where we sit.
When it's
what's
convenient
the
for you.
difference? But what's the difference between front and back?
All right. Do you want to make fun of any suicidal people anymore before we go?
No, and I apologize for that pun. It was not intended. I honestly, that was an honest slip of the tongue. I didn't mean it that way.
Oh, slip it like falling off the bridge kind of thing? Is that what you're...
No, they don't slip. They jump.
Imagine
Jerk.
slipping, though. That'd be a bitch.
Yeah, you didn't want to, and then you just slip. That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Now that's a fear. See, now that got in my head. Like he's like,
See,
all
now you're
right.
not going to help the guy now.
And then he slips, and then oh fuck.
You might slip, so you're gonna think of that.
Like, listen, we're gonna get you off. See these people over here? They're
Don't
gonna walk
move!
over and get you.
It's like, oh god.
I'm too
And-
clumsy.
Yeah, watch. I'll show you what's gonna happen when you do it. It's not fun. No, there's no. All joking aside, I would try to help the person. That would be, that'd
By
be
what, making fun of
great. Make them laugh a little bit, But I try. No, I try to help the person. That would be a great thing to be able to talk someone off of doing something like that.
Could
That'd
you
be
imagine
amazing.
Doc Rickles trying to help one of those people? What are you doing? You gonna kill yourself?
Hey,
Let
hockey
me get
puck.
a look at you. Yeah, right. Go ahead. I can see it.
Hey, if I was about to jump and Don Rickles came up to me, I'd be like, all right, this is insane. This is the greatest day of my life.
Greatest thing I've ever done.
I can't jump now.
Yeah.
But no, it's I'm sure, and they say a lot of times, if they were, I can't speak from experience, but I hear like if they really wanted to, they're not waiting for you to talk them down, right? It's
Yeah.
not, they would have done it without considering.
Yeah.
So you have to talk to them. I'm sure, and I'm again, training. There's a lot that goes into that we have no idea about. Talking people.
Oh, I
down.
know about it.
Up.
Trying to see what's on the coat rack there. I can't see.
You want me to tell you?
Looks like cigars or candles.
Candles, very good.
Nice.
Yeah, they're red, white, and blue striped candles.
Nice.
Yes.
I wish they were cigars.
Ugh, never.
That would have been better.
No, thank you.
All right, we'll leave it there. J-Sab's 15th wedding anniversary.
Yes, happy anniversary, J Sabs and Guy.
We're still waiting to hear her Atlantic City escapades. As I understand, there was a to-do while she was in
There was a
Atlantic
to-do
City. I hear there was a to-do.
with her and some strangers, or her and her husband?
Strangers.
Strangers.
Yeah. An Atlantic City to-do. So hopefully
Ah.
Friday episode we'll have J-Sab's back.
Now, that's a teaser.
Oh, and product testing. Did you get the thing from the guy in the place?
Wait, the first guy or the second guy?
Remember the thing that I sent? That I got one?
I remember
you
that you
go?
sent me a thing. I did not get it, but I have it here, and I know what you're talking about. I did not get it yet, but I will
All
go
right.
get it.
Frank may or may not have it for the next episode, but we're going to do product testing for sure because I came across something that I am dying to try.
You have it, though.
I have one. Yeah. They're easy to get. There's 7-Eleven.
Cool. Yeah,
I
I'm
like-
going to probably tomorrow to pick it up.
I like doing product testing where it's like, especially like it's national, like where people can get it anywhere because then people can get it,
Makes sense.
Or if it was like a New York thing, it would be a little tough for everybody.
That'd be annoying.
It would be annoying.
Like the
Listen-
sync thingy. You can get that anywhere.
Yeah, right? Could
Just
you
search
imagine?
it. Google it. Sync thingy.
I don't know where this. Oh, yep, it's right there. We still have it. We're gonna have to take that on the road with us or something. I don't know.
That's going to be the fourth member of this podcast.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. The same thingy.
Let's
All
give
right,
it a microphone.
We'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, we got to put the sync. We have to find a prominent position for the sync thingy.
Maybe on a T-shirt. How many people would wear the sync thingy on a T-shirt?
Yeah, maybe that'd be interesting. That would be
classic.
interesting. So we'll find something for it. Thanks everybody for the support as always. Hope you shared this episode.
Give that
Kind
thumbs
of
up.
a necessity. Yeah, share this around. Share the video. Share the YouTube version if anything. Fuck Facebook and their bullshit.
Sharing is caring.
Tired of their crap.
Okay.
Zuckerberg can suck it. Zuckerberg, more
Zuckerberg.
like sucker. There you go.
Shut up.
We'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks so much. AnthonyOnAir.com has all the links, including our shop. How long do you think we can stay like this?
I don't know. Not long. I stopped.